Good morning, everybody. My name's Matt. Welcome to my channel. Morning. Still in recovery. With some lovely coffee in the side. Right. I'm going to tackle the head today. This is going to be a long time, drawn out process. That it might help you, might not. But let's have a look. Okay, welcome back. Excuse me. Right, so we're going to do the head, and we're going to do this in washes, really. Just got some black red by Vallejo, and we're going to use this as a base coat over the black. And you just want to get this in absolutely everywhere. We're not caring much about anything at the moment, details or anything. Just, if you can hear noise in the background, that's my dog, or one of my dogs. Can't get comfortable. So that's the first shade done. I'll put this to the side and come back to her a bit later when she's dried. First layer is dry. Second layer is it's roughly 50-50 black, red and brown rose. Watered down a little bit, and we're just going to put this on everywhere. As I said earlier, it's washes. We're going to just go rough on everything at the moment. Okay, so what I'm doing is we had some brush strokes, so I'm gently using the tip of the brush just to give it some kind of mottling lights and darks and stuff. Take away the brush strokes. A bit like that. So I add a bit of beige red to the mix. I don't usually use paint that has the word skin tone or flesh tone in it, because it's completely not wrong, not right. It's not wrong, it's not right, it's just different. Right, so what we're going to do is go for our mix we just used, and we have got let's move this over a bit, a darker skin tone there. We will be putting some light flesh, which kind of contradicts what I've just told you. So I got that, and what I'm going to do is discard this brush, which is a Vallejo filbert brush, and we're going to go for this Army Painter medium size dry brush, and we're going to load it up. Okay, right, so all we want to do is get into a routine of adding some skin texture like that. Now, I only started painting this like this recently, and I find that this is probably the best way that you're going to get a skin tone, a realistic skin tone. So if you can see, there's like blotches and stuff where the dark red's coming through. So that's that like that. Goes around the back like that. And on the nose and forehead like that. Okay. Very gently. Take your time. But this is also quick. So there we go. We're going to leave this to dry for a bit and go and make it lighter and go for another stab in a little while. So we're going to go full beige red on this next stage. And a little blob with a couple of dashes of water. Make sure that you can see the palette when you separate the paint, and load up your brush and go again. Go on areas where you're not likely to have interest, if that makes sense. We're trying this first stages. So keep dabbing, dab, all the way across there. I mean, she's in a state of mindful anger, I think, a bit of distrust herself, so. We don't need to paint absolutely everywhere. We've got a bit of shadow going underneath the jawline. It's because the direction that we're painting in. You know, we're just bit across the top, like that. The bristles aren't gonna hit underneath. Okay, alright, leave that to dry. The next shade lighter is beige red and a little bit of light fresh. I'd say this is 50-50. And so that was our last shade, and this one's a bit lighter. Actually, it might be a lot lighter. I'll put a little bit more in. Okay. So now we've made it 25% light flesh. It's not wet enough. Okay, we need to have I do see some tiling beneath, and go again. Start from the back, because we need to know how it's going to go. Okay. bit like that. Go back. Now, a bit of hair there came out my dry brush, which is annoying. We're still dabbing. Okay, I'll leave that to dry. We're gonna have another go in a little bit. Next highlight, we got 75% light flesh and 25% beige red, which hopefully when you mix it together is lighter than the shade before. That's what we wanted, and yes it is. So thin it down a lot. Ready? Dry brush dabber, like that, and same again, just dab it at the back. Across her face, across the top, nose, cheeks. I think we are done with this layer. Final lightning, I think. We got, this is just full light flesh, and I'm just going to put it on in areas. Take a bit off because it's too much. And just dab across the top like that. Just there like that. Okay. That's to the highlights. She's got some flames on her head, and I think it'll stand out quite well. We're gonna put some shade in next, eyes, cheeks, that kind of thing. Trying to bring it back a little bit. Okay, right. Okay, so what we have is our base colour, which was black red. We've watered it down quite a lot. I'll show you, it's quite an ink. And I'm just going to put this on and let it sit in areas across there, and then use a bit of kitchen roll to take it off where we don't need it. And same in there, same in there. Like that, right now, Okay. going to let her sit upside down. Let her sit upside down until she's dry. Okay. Come back in a little while. Okay, there's the face. Gonna do the eyes. Kind of do the eyes anyway. So the eyes are Dec Tan, which is a nice colour for eyes. Just a little drop in. And let it dry. And we'll come back and do some details and stuff once it's dry. Okay. I've got a bit of watered down white for the centre of the Dec Tans pulled in the side areas, the outside part. So I want to pick an area of her eye which is going to be brighter than the rest. So this is the pupil. Which goes something like that, which is a bit strange for me. Oh, I'm getting angry. And Just want her eyes to keep piercing. She's, you know, her hair's on fire and okay. Right, so leave that to dry for a bit and I'll come back. I'm gonna put a wash over the top of the eyeball. This is the first wash over the top of the eyeball. This is sunny skin tone by Vallejo. Let it sit like that for a little bit. Okay, this is Bloody Red. And I just want to put on just let it in there like that. And we're going to tidy that up a bit. Go again with Scarlet Red. Just on the outside the eyes again. Which makes her kind of look crazy, demonic. Okay. Last stage for the eyes is this Nocturnal Red. If we can get it into focus, there you go. Nocturnal Red. Water it down and give it a dribble into the lower part of the eyes. And we'll tidy this up and see what happens next. Okie dokie, I've raced on ahead without filming anything, and eyes are done, mouth's done, and I've started doing the hair in reds and oranges and yellows and such like. I'll wait for this to dry and then we're going to put some scorch marks over the top of it, and I'll get back to you. Okay, last hurdle. I've washed my palette so I can't do anything. So a big dry brush and some mahogany paint, because we need mahogany paint for our hair. So we're just gonna dry brush the mahogany on the lower part of her hair. We've got everything covered up with blue tack so we don't get any splatter on there. So dab, dab, dab. Okay, just slightly, we can always come back a bit later if we have to. Okay, this is Tar Black by Revel. It is, I'm going to use the same brush because everything else I've done, it's clean, and drying and whatever. So this is for the tops, the peaks, and we're just going to dry brush down and onto the scorch areas. So it's scorchio. Okay. So we've got some colour coming through there. But we want the top of the flames. I'm losing hair. Right. So I'm just gonna go down, just run this down on this ice cream cone kind of thing. Okay. I am literally done here, and what I'm going to do is go and wash my brush out. Wait for this to dry. Get a bit of varnish on it and do a reveal. Okay. Okay, I've gone over the hair again with some red, dripped it into all the recesses, and the head is finished. The head is finished. Look at that head. If you've done everything not as I do, you're going to get something that looks like this, and see it as very, very beautiful. Look, eyes are dark red, yellow. I've had to edit that out because my camera was not where I wanted it placed. So, no, never mind. Right, so there she is. Dark Phoenix. Right, so let's go and attach the head. So that's part 3. I've enjoyed this build. It's been a bit frustrating in some ways and got messy fingers from it. Gonna have to start wearing gloves, I think. So yeah, thank you for staying with me for this one. I don't have a next project, so my printer's down. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll have another print and we'll get going again. So thank you very much. Subscribe if you want to. Would help. Buy me a coffee. There's a link. I'm gonna leave a link. Buy me a coffee. It helps towards paint and things here. So see you later, guys.